Humans have come pretty far since our caveman days. Many people would argue otherwise, but I think we can safely say that we've made our planet Earth a pretty comfortable place. For us, that is. There may be many problems plaguing human society, but sometimes we should also look away from ourselves for a moment and think about the fellow inhabitants of our world.
We're talking about animals, not just about dogs and cats and birds and fish, but also wild animals. Sure, many domestic animals live very comfortable lives as pets, loved and cared for by their owners, but there are an alarming amount of animals that are being abused, neglected, and killed right at this moment. According to ASPCA, 7.6 million animals enter shelters every year, and of those, 2.7 million are euthanized because they are unappealing to people in some way.
We believe that it is a moral responsibility of humans to provide our animal companions with the best treatment possible, which is why we present to you a charity that will help, the Humane Society.
This is my cat Pepper. We got him last year from a county shelter. A major problem with domestic animals is that people tend to contact breeders instead of shelters. Breeders produce more desirable or purebred cats that may be more appealing to some people, but adopting from a shelter is the right way to go because for shelter animals, a small 3x3 cube cage is the only home they know, and some of them spend their entire lives awaiting their future owner, hoping that someday love will find them. Additionally, even when adopting from shelters, potential pet owners often prefer kittens over adult and senior cats, or puppies over older dogs. They assume that younger animals are better because they are cute and last longer, but this results in older animals spending almost all their lives cooped up in a shelter. When senior cats or dogs have not been adopted, many of them are eventually euthanized.
Millions of animals are mistreated or lack care every day. The Humane Society of the United States rescues and cares for both pets and wild animals, advocates for animal rights, and supports local animal shelters. They provide education to the shelters and the public. They are based in the United States but are an international organization. Why do we need to support the Humane Society? Government data on domestic violence cases reveal a staggering number of animals are victimized by abusive partners each year. The HSUS estimates that nearly 1 million animals a year are abused or killed in connection with domestic violence. In addition, any animal not abused, killed, or sent to shelters eventually becomes a stray that could possibly pose harm to humans and other animals alike.
If you care about these caged companions, you should donate to the Humane Society, a non-profit organization that advocates animal rights and awareness.
Compared to human-centered organizations such as the American Red Cross, animal charities' revenues are 10 to 30 times smaller.
If you're looking for a pet, think not only about kittens or puppies, but also about older animals that will give you just as much love and joy. After all, half of all dogs and 70% of all cats in shelters are euthanized simply because there's no one to adopt them. Only a mere 10 to 20% of dogs and cats are adopted from shelters.
This organization always needs volunteers. Lend your hand for a good cause.